Well, we've made it this far, folks. If you've been here all week, big thanks to you. If you're just joining us, well, you definitely need to check out the prior episodes. But don't go anywhere just yet because we're going to blow the lid off this thing. We've got the final installment of our adventure coming up here. I can't wait. So, you know what? I'm just going to stop talking. Let's see what happens in the final installment of our adventure.
I can't see anything.
Me either. And I'm running out of matches.
Why don't you use the flashlight on your phone?
Well, because I left it in the van. Why don't we use your phone?
Battery's dead. Speaking of dead batteries, where the hell is Anthony?
Anthony! Anthony! Where are you?
Oh, jeez.
Dude!
Yeah.
What are you guys doing back here?
You're blind to me.
Where did you get those flashlights?
Took them from you guys.
Can you, turn some of those off or something?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I found what we're looking for.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's go.
Follow me.
Sure is a lot of graffiti in here. You sure no one's been here before?
Positive.
I don't think that's graffiti. I think those are hieroglyphs.
Well, it's a little bit further this way. Come on.
Sure would like the flashlight of my own.
Me too.
You gotta respect it. I mean, it's the world's oldest form of storytelling.
Yeah, it's pretty unusual.
I wonder what they were trying to tell us.
Dane, quit digging around. Come on.
Keep up.
All right, guys, so here it is.
You ready?
Yes.
More coins? I mean, it's kind of lame.
What? Guys, these coins are old. Like millions of dollars old.
Dane, who cares? I don't want these dirty old coins. I want detailing products. I can't wash my Honda with those.
There's detailing treasure. My dad would not lie to me.
What's that?
Oh, wait a second. That's one of those coins that has the directions on it.
Who's this?
Are we supposed to go see a guy?
Flip it over.
More coordinates.
Of course.
Let's see. 43.65 degrees north.
Got it.
Negative 116.25 degrees west.
Shows that it's a bar. The Ironwood.
Is it iron or is it wood?
All I know is if it's a bar, I could use a drink.
Wait a second. You drink?
Dane, everybody drinks Pepsi.
Of course.
Well, guys, let's do this.
Oh, great.
I think I still got some of that weird cave dust in my throat.
I got a little of that.
I wish I still had my flashlight.
I haven't found mine yet.
I've never been to Brazil.
I love that movie.
What is that smell?
That is intoxicating.
That smells like success.
Well, you wouldn't be wrong there.
That voice is oddly familiar.
I know, where have we heard it before?
Yeah, that sounds like Narrator Jack.
Wait, what are you talking about?
You know, Narrator Jack, the omnipresent voice that's been following us around this entire journey.
Well, where are you getting Jack from?
I don't know, Dane. Just kind of seems like a Jack guy to me.
Right again, mate.
Could it be?
But no.
What
What
a
is
Jack?
Yes, boys, you have found me, and more importantly, you have found my treasure.
I don't know.
Jerry can?
You absolute beauties. My name is Jack, my baby is Gloss, and we are the newest brand at TRC. I am proud, I am honoured, but by no means least, I do not underestimate how important this is. I want to say a huge thank you to all the legendary brands on that wall. I have been here all week. It has been the best kept secret I have ever seen, and everybody has showed me love. So to start off, I just want to say a huge thank you to them. Secondly, John Hull, this wouldn't happen without you, and I love you for it. Thank you so much. The Rag Company have made me feel so special, so welcome, and I know how lucky I am, and I really do appreciate it. I'm Jack. I don't take things too seriously. Detailing, yes. Social media, no. This is my little brand. We've got a very simplistic range, giving you everything you need to clean a car, decontaminate, brighten and protect, and no more. The chemical stuff we take very seriously, but we've got a few little gems in there. Keep you on your toes, keep it a little bit exciting. Again, thank you so much for having me, and I am blown away. This is a real moment. Gloss started 2.5 years ago. We started talking to the Rag Company 2 years ago, so it's been a long time in the making. We've got a Scandinavian-inspired brand. Every product that you see, whilst it might look a little bit daunting, I completely respect that. If you take the word that's on the label, translate it into English, it will mean exactly what it's supposed to do. For argument's sake, Forced citrus pre-wash, because it's the first thing that you use. Silka, quick detailer, because it makes your paint feel like silk. I just wanted to get that out of the way, because a lot of people go, hang on a minute, we've got a British fella selling a Swedish brand, what's going on here? That's exactly where we're at. Comments are coming in. Hello all, sorry. I need to get myself settled. Thank you, David, love you lots. As for the range, as I say, we try not to focus on hype marketing. I want to sell you a product because it works. I entertained you and I educated you. And that's exactly what we'll do. You will never see a buzzword in our range because, point proven, you don't need to do it. Now, that's not a knock to people that do. It's just not my style. Now, getting into the range. If you have never heard of Gloss, where I would suggest you go would be the Core 4. This is a gloss enhancing shampoo, high gloss hand polish, spray sealant, water-based, and then the quick detailer, which is also going to give you a lot of gloss. Now, the reason we concentrate on gloss so much is because England's always grey, whereas you guys have got lots of lovely sun. So, you're going to love it, but that's why you think, why is he just concentrating on gloss? Gloss, we need it. We need as much as we can get because all we've got is overcast. Moving on from that, you've got the More 4, which is our glass cleaner, Huel colour changing wheel cleaner, tire and glue remover, and the tire and trim dressing. Now, these might seem like normal generic products, but we've tried to re-engineer, we've tried to be a little bit clever. The glass cleaner, it's safe to use on vinyl and tints. At home, we concentrate massively on the modified car market. Most cars, especially over here where you've got lots of sun, tinted windows, some products aren't safe to use, ours is. Huel colour changing wheel cleaner. This is a 3-parter. It's got the bit that turns purple, the bit that looks good on social media. It's got a real strong detergent in there as well that's going to burn through the mud. And it's got a little solvent in there as well, which is going to loosen up tar spots. This does double up as our fallout remover, so you can use it on the bodywork. Tire and glue remover, you spray it on tar spots, it dissolves them, you wipe them off. I'm not going to try and reinvent the wheel on that one. And then last but by no means least, the tire and trim dressing gummy. Water-based, no sling. Doesn't matter if you've got a matte or satin finish car, because it's not going to be silicone, it's not going to eat into those pores and then leave a horrible sticky mess. Now, I would like to know what you want to know, because I don't want to stand here rattling on. I don't want to get involved with you. We're going to do a couple of competitions. The person that makes everybody here laugh the most is going to win this essential gift. Is going to win this gift bag full of product that will be sent from us at home. And then secondly, the creme de la creme, the golden ticket. Now, we've got a 24 karat gold air freshener. Do you need it? Absolutely not. Do you want it? Yes, you absolutely will when you smell it. This is going to make you a better person. It's going to make your car stop making that horrible noise. If you're a little bit late on rent, it's going to fix your problems. If your girlfriend's giving you grief, she's going to turn into a supermodel. This is quite literally big dick energy in a bottle. Okay? And yes, that is real. Bear with me. Can we get a camera on this? That's real 24 karat gold. Does it have a place in a car interior? Absolutely not. Does it make you feel a little bit sexy? Yes, it does. And that is exactly why you need it. Whew. And what we're going to do as a sweetener, we've got these essential gift boxes. We're calling these the teaser boxes, getting the juices flowing, getting you a little bit excited. Now, this has got 7 of our products in 100 ml. And I know what you're going to think, oh my God, that looks amazing. You're not wrong, it does look good. On this special occasion, I'm going to swap out the wheel cleaner and I'm going to put in the 24 karat gold air freshener. Now, all orders for the essential gift boxes received over the next couple of days are going to go out the door. But one of you, lucky beauties, is going to get this one. When you do, you get in contact with the rag company. They're going to get in contact with me. And you will be receiving One-Eyed Jack's detailing treasure. And that includes not only the ultimate accessory for car care, the fuel can, but it is loaded to the brim with products. So we've got in there our snow foam, our high gloss shampoo, high gloss polish, glass cleaner, quick detailer, spray sealant, hard wax. To be fair, most of the range is in there, and it is gift wrapped in this just, you know, piece of automotive history, I like to see it as. Like the Mona Lisa of car care. So, get me laughing in the comment section. The bag for you. Buy the essential gift box with the 24 karat gold air freshener. Let the guys at TRC know that $500 gift set is going to be winging its way to you, completely free of charge. All I like to do is spread the love, and if you're not feeling the love, I don't know what to do. Now, what do you want to know? Innuendo. I'm amazing presenter. Do you know what, Jimmy? You are going to make me cry. I started feeling a little bit, hello, I'm getting a little bit welling up here. I'll control myself. As I say, I want to know what you want to know. I feel like I don't want to get into the product too much. I don't want to demonstrate the product just yet. But let's get some comments going. Let's get some people talking. Do you have... Can the people at home see that? I'm working on that, okay? A little bit of time with the chemists, and we're going to get there, all right? We keep overshooting it. Can we buy a pallet? Yes, you can buy a pallet, okay? Available at theragcompany.com. In about 2 weeks, we're going to have the full range of products on the website. Unfortunately, when this set sail at home, we had massive storms. We normally get very boring weather. It was like a tropical storm, and the boat stopped sailing. So it's about 2 weeks behind. What we have got for you, as I say, is the essential gift boxes. That's there to get the juices flowing, get you a little bit excited. And then by the time you've used all that, the big boys are here, and that's when you get into it. Save yourself some money. For now, we're having a little bit of fun, as I say, just to get you a little bit excited. Right, first product that I want to talk you through is our bestseller. It's called Forced Citrus Pre-Wash, and it is an absolute beast at cleaning. We made a little video earlier on. If we can tee that up now, I know I've sprung that on you and I apologise. Gas can is fire, you're not wrong. So, Forced Citrus Pre-Wash. This is pH 13, and that is nothing to be scared of. Because it's going to be one of the first things you use, you're going to be rinsing it thoroughly. So don't worry about it eating into your rubbers or your chrome work. Apply a liberal amount, and it is going to strip up to 90% of the dirt off. Therefore, you're not dragging it around with a wash mitt. We're going to reduce the damage in the wash stage. Every time I see it in action, I get excited. And this is for the naysayers that go, oh, a pressure washer would have done that. Evidently not, because we covered one half and as you can see, it strips off so much more dirt. Finger testing coming. Bosh. I mean, if that's not how you sell a product. So, as I say, that is our absolute bestseller by a country mile, and I just want you to try it because I know that they're not the most sexy products because it's one of the first things you use and you rattle through it. Get yourself a litre when it comes, fall in love with it, and then get the 5 litre. Save yourself some money. Second product that I wanted to highlight to you guys is our spray sealant. Now, I have always been a wax guy, but I fully respect that waxing takes a lot of time, and I get that. Our water-based spray sealant, Parlour, is just so easy to use. It holds on for up to 5 months, and because it isn't solvent-based, you're safe to use it on vinyl, you're safe to use it on paint. Spray it on. Take 2 microfiber cloths. I don't like using the same cloth and flipping it over because you can't remember what side you've been on. So wiping it down with one and then buffing off with the other. We concentrated on this product purely for it to bond to the paint and bond to itself, but the byproduct of that is the darkening capabilities. As you can see here, that 50-50 line, that product is not designed to do that, but because it's leaving such a thick layer behind, it darkens, it improves gloss, the slickness is beautiful, the water behaviour is just, as you can see, Stevie Wonder can see that water behaviour. It's going to improve your drying time, and then last but by no means least, it is water-based, so it is safe to use on everything. And when I say everything, this is the first time I've ever actually said this on the internet, so bear with me. You can use this on leather, suede, alcantara, carpets. It will make all of those products repellent to water. So, suede centre consoles, if you're like me and you like a little coffee on the way and you're spilling some, get a layer of Parlour on there. One less headache. See? I love you. You're Ricky Gervais and Dana the baby. I'll take that. I'll take that. He runs the Oscars. I'm not afraid to say this. I've got the driest mouth. Like, it's like the desert. It's like when the guys went to the dunes. So I'm going to have a little drink. Bear with me. But it is from our friends at Pepsi. Don't worry. One thing I completely forgot about. Sorry. There is 2 pieces of merchandise that are going live on the website today, I believe. It is the hat, 6-panel hat. I was given one of these earlier on in the week and I can't believe the interest that has come from these. So I definitely need to add that to my range. And there is also going to be a t-shirt. It's in black. I believe the sizes go from medium through to XXL. It's got our fuel can design logo on the front. It's in mint. The t-shirt is black. I'm not a big fan of black. I like to show all my curves, but I understand that black is the easiest colour to wear. Bosh! You're not wrong, Alex. And breathe. Few more products in the range. We have got the Matter and Mork. I know I've said I've got a simplistic range. Why have I got 2 shampoos? Well, they're doing 2 different things. Bubblor works beautifully well with Parlour. It's going to latch onto that protective layer and boost it every time you're in the wash stage. Mork, whilst we sell it as our matte finish detailer, it means it's just residue free. It's not specific for matte, it's not going to dull the paint, but it is safe to use on matte and satin finishes. Mork Quick Detailer, ultimately it's got a little bit of a cleaning edge in there, but absolutely no gloss enhancers. So safe to use on satin and matte finishes. It's not going to alter the effect. Inni, the interior cleaner. There's going to be a video coming up of this on the Rag Company's Instagram page in a couple of weeks when the product lands. I really want you to take a look at that because it is so user-friendly. We only make 1 product for the interior. That is Inni. Again, much like the spray sealant, you can use that to clean leather, carpets, suede, alcantara, rest assured. It's a very mild, gentle, all-purpose cleaner, but it can be used, if you put enough products on, agitate it with a brush, it will get through the most stubborn stains. And last but by no means least, we've got Glacia. This is the newest product to our range. When did we launch it? About 6 months ago. It's been really, really well received. It's a protective glaze. So most glazes last for as long as until the next wash of the car or the next downpour of rain. This one is slightly different. It uses the same sealant technology as Parlour. So it's going to fill in swirl marks, it's going to intensify the gloss, and it's going to hang on for 3 months, giving you delicious and sexy water behaviour, loads more darkening capabilities of the spray sealant, but it takes a little bit longer to apply. So I consider this as the hybrid between a sealant and a paste wax. Much quicker than a paste wax, takes a little bit more time than a spray sealant. It's not spray, buff, wipe. You need to work it in, step back, take a breath, use the finger test. If it still feels greasy, leave it on there, and then buff it to a beautiful, rich, wet and oily shine. Woo! I think it's time we saw a little bit of product in action. I would love to introduce my new and probably some of my best friends from the rag company. I'm going to meet Levi over by the Jaguar. That's Jaguar, not Jaguar. And I will see you over there with a microfiber cloth.
Hello,
The mystery. I am the question mark that has been everyone's thumbnail.
We're so excited to have him here and be able to bring this guys to you. It has been, gosh, a
2 years.
fretful few years to be able to get this project going, and it's been hard to keep this secret from all of you guys, but I think it was well worth it, specifically in the comments, to see how many people have been doing, and this is insane. So really appreciate it, and very excited to bring this brand on. I've been using the products for, gosh, well over a year now, almost 2 years, and they are insane. I love them. We haven't had to change or ask Jack to do anything for the U.S. market. Everything's been ready to use, ready to rock, and that is a huge, huge statement to the quality of the products. And this guy for bringing all this stuff up here. So, so show me Silka, because this has quickly become one of my favorites, for sure.
I think the reason why it gets a lot of love is because I feel that the quick detailer has evolved over the years. It used to be for cleaning, and then all of a sudden it started becoming almost a sealant. Silka goes back to where it used to be. It's got a little bit of detergent in there, so it's going to lift bugs, light dust from the front of the car. So if you turn up at a show, beautiful. But there is a boatload of gloss enhancers in there as well to boost the shine. So it's a one-step contactless clean. I don't like that word because I think if your car's too dirty, then you absolutely need to be contact washing it. But the versatility of this product, water-based, it is great for paint. It will leave a silk finish. It works beautifully as an engine bay dressing on plastics, in the arch liners as well, especially if it's hard to reach areas. And then the creme de la creme, if you like an interior dressing, and I prefer the flat OEM finish, but if you like a little bit of a satin finish, use it on the plastics inside as well.
That's been really nice. The other thing is it's nice on glass.
You like it on glass?
I do. I've been using it on glass when I wipe everything down. But the other thing for you guys that are wondering it probably at home, vinyl. I've been using this on the Suburban like crazy. It has been an amazing product, and it's actually one of the bottles that when I run the Suburban through a car wash, it's the first thing that I pull out and wipe down the Suburban just to make sure, and I know I'm adding a little product, because we all know car washes strip some stuff off, so it gives me a little bit of bounce, a little bit of protection that I enjoy, and it bumps that gloss, which is really nice. So
the only thing I would say, again, I'm not ashamed of this, don't use too much. You only need 2 or 3 sprays, light mists across the bonnet, and then work it in with a microfiber. Keep flipping the towel. I think a lot of people can get a little bit trigger happy with big detailers. If you do that with this, because we've got a lot of glaze and emulsions in there to add the gloss, it might get a little bit greasy and a little bit smeary. So just save yourself some money. Little light mist, and then if you need a little bit more, apply a little bit more. It's much easier to add a bit than take a bit away.
Yeah, there we go. So we need a towel for this. We do. Which I don't have with me right off the bat.
If there's anyone that's got a towel.
Anthony! Anthony! Is there an Anthony Fisher that could bring me a towel? Or he could pop in and I'll grab a towel.
So I'm going to pop in really quick because I'm live on Instagram right now.
Even better, look at how we're doing it.
Loving this.
We're bringing this
live
around.
on the Rag Company Instagram, and so a lot of live inception going on, but we really wanted to make this a big thing, right? We really want to have a lot of eyes on the brand, and dude, you're killing it.
Thank you.
You're killing it. Seriously, you're absolutely killing it. It's insane, and everybody's loving this, and they're so proud of you. And you found a towel.
I found a towel.
Left to your own devices.
I had to wander off, though. I just didn't want it to make it weird. You know?
And it matches your t-shirt as well.
It does. Look at that.
Well, I'm gonna show people a live demonstration of you wiping things down. So I'm gonna jump in here just after that. So I'm gonna give you guys some breathing room here.
So now, in case you guys are wondering, the Jag does have some PPF on this front clip. So this is a little different. You're probably wondering if you're seeing a little difference in gloss between the two panels, between the door and this, but it is PPF. So totally safe again for PPF. Get a spray
Worth
here.
mentioning as well that every brand has had a little go on this car. So it's probably the glossiest car in Idaho, Boise.
It
but
seems
we're going
like
to
it,
try
yeah.
and add a little bit more.
But what I love too is the smell.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorites for this scent.
Leave that to me. I'll cover the smells in a bit. All right, I'll cover the smells in a bit. People want the Anthony finger and sniff test. I
King
will.
sniffer.
That's a real test, Anthony.
It is a real test. I'll give it to him later. It's just, yeah, no, trust me. That's the thing I'm most excited to talk about. But yeah.
Well,
by the way, who has the funniest comment so far? I feel like what I just said was probably the funniest. Could I win?
King sniffer. No, you can't win the can.
All right, well, let's keep the comments going. Make us laugh, please.
well,
Tombo,
yeah,
love you.
just so you guys know, in case you're wondering, the first initial wipe of the product, when you're wiping, it's a little grabby, but it's that first initial bit of the product, and then once you go over it, it gets really slick.
I agree completely. The reason I'm not a chemist. I'm a salesman that is slightly overweight. The reason I think it's grabby, and I've been explaining to the chemist, is because it's latching on.
Yeah.
And then after that, you get that flash, and then it becomes super slick. So I would rather it be a little bit grabby, and you know that you've left something behind, rather than just spray something on and then take it straight away, because you don't take it off straight away. You're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Great for cleaning, not great for gloss enhancement.
No, but I did. When I first received a bottle, the first thing I did was I had watched a bunch of your videos on it, learned about it. So I knew I needed to use a little less, and maybe one spray per fender or panel.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do what most Americans do, which is just go to town and get it on there.
Do that.
But you don't want to do that
No.
because there's such these protectants in it are so active that what you end up creating
It's a sticky mess.
is a sticky mess, and you start having to chase the product,
Yeah.
and that's something you just don't want to do with any products, is try to chase it.
I would just hate to think of somebody being turned off of the product because they've overused it,
Right,
wasted some
correct.
money. When, yeah, absolutely, we could have watered it down and sold a hell of a lot more profit, but that doesn't feel like the right thing to do. As much as I come across as a bit of a know-it-all, the products I am so proud of. That's probably why I am so confident on camera. You feeling that?
It's so slick.
It's good. And that's why it's called silk. Well, silky. It all boils down to the chemical. And because we're such a new company, we were in the beautiful spot where we could be super innovative across the entire range. It didn't feel right to take anything to market that wasn't as good or better than the best in its category.
Right.
Granted, the glass cleaner, I get caught up on that because I'm like, yes, you could use a neat alcohol that spray on, buffs off, and it just disappears straight away.
Right.
But you've got no cleaning time, you know?
Right, exactly.
So that one, we knocked it back considerably, and you can tackle bird soiling, whereas most glass cleaning, you just spray it on, by the time you get there with the cloth, it's gone.
Right.
So the glass
Flash
cleaner,
quick.
we're trying to be, don't get me wrong, we're not reinventing the wheel, we're cleaning the car, but we've just tried to be a little bit clever, a little bit unique in the way we approach the product. And like I say, the quick detail, a perfect example. They went from being quickly clean something to then almost a sealant. And I'm not hating, but I'm like, they're two different things. You can't clean something and leave a protective layer that's going to last for a long time. The gloss enhancers in ours, they're only going to last a week. So they're not trying to bond to the paint for a considerable amount of time. And that's why we've got the sealant, you know. We could simplify that range even more, but I like where we're at right now. And I would say confidently that concludes us on silk.
Not a problem. But the biggest thing that I like about this product and the line itself is, one, it's very intuitive. It's easy to use, it's simple, and the most exciting thing is it's fun.
Yeah.
I have fun with this brand. When
Yeah,
I'm
we're trying to
using
take the serious out of it
and
a little bit.
I enjoy it. I like the smell. I like, I think about when I'm putting like bubbler, or, you know, I'm washing with bubbler or Mata, and I've got some snow in my snow foam in my Canon. I think about all your Instagrams and your TikToks when you're dancing. And it gives me a little pep in my step when I'm, you know, at the MLS HQ cleaning some cars. And it makes it fun because the scents and just the ease and the colors, that's something that really just brings a smile. And that's what detailing's about. And that's one of the reasons that drew us so heavily to your brand, is you make it fun, you make it exciting, you make it silly. And at the end of the day, you're selling amazing products.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
and you're teaching and educating. And that's a big thing that we do here at the Rag Company. So
absolutely, that's
a key thing. What else we got we're going to play with on this, do you know?
Should we show the glass cleaner?
We can show glass cleaner. That's an easy one. I'll grab a glass towel.
Thank you.
And
then we should treat Jeff interior to a little spritz of how the better half live. To be fair, he probably knows, but just in case.
I think that's a great idea. You got a towel for me? Okay.
James Bond car, James Bond aroma. That's what we're going to be going for.
I'll do this half since they've got the cameras on me over here.
Same as a quick detailer. Don't over apply. That product is going to go a long way.
What I like about it is it dries quick.
Yeah.
It does have a quick flash off, but it's not a...
But only when it's been used, isn't it? When it's been spread, rather than just spray, dissipate.
Yeah, it still works, but it also provides a really clean, nice finish.
Yep.
And you're right, works on vinyl, works on tint, haven't had any issues. And one thing I like is that it's a very clean, streak-free finish, which is a huge, huge thing for me. That's something that I struggle with.
Absolutely. Streak-free is the most important thing with glass, no question about it. And I think that's why a lot of people favour alcohol or solvent-heavy cleaners, because ultimately that's what they're best for. But I just think in that process of streak-free, we've kind of forgotten about the actual cleaning aspect. Granted, most people are going to clean their windshield and their side glass with the wash mitt, but I've missed plenty of times. You forget to do underneath the wipers. There's plenty of opportunities where there's dirt, or if you've turned up at a car show and you've got bugs and you can't do a 2-bucket wash method, let's clean the glass, and you can't do that sometimes with a traditional. You find yourself scratching it off, and nobody wants to do that, do they?
No. But this is nice, and it's gentle too.
Yeah.
Like you said, I've been able to use it on paint. I've been able to get a bug off a glass. I've been able to get stuff off there where I needed maybe just a little bit of cleaning power on something. I've been able to use this.
And if you're inside the car, doors closed, it's not going to hurt your throat when you do the center console, because it's not neat vodka.
Yes, exactly. That's a big one. that's a big one for sure. So that's glass. That's a good one.
Beautiful. Ooh.
And then we do have some Steckita here. Anthony, do you want to do the honors? Spray a little Steckita for Jeff in the Jag.
I thought you never asked, Levi. So now I'm going to cover the scent portion now, right? Because everybody knows that the scents matter, right?
Absolutely.
And so I'm a big stickler for things that smell good, and all the brands that we work with, they really try to push, the experience of the product, right? Because I genuinely feel like scents raise the experience. And so some people are maybe a little bit sensitive to certain smells. Some people are a little bit picky about things. But what I've kind of found over the years is that unless something smells like pure cough syrup, or unless something smells like black licorice, or something that's just not maybe a little bit off-putting from their childhood, they were scarred, right? They had something happen, and then they go, I can't smell that again, right? And I understand, right? But for the most part, we find that the mass amount of people enjoy the sense of a product because it makes for the experience, and it also helps them identify certain things, right? So when, even in a detail shop, right, while this brand, we think that not only can use in a detail shop, but it also can be meant for consumers and car enthusiasts, but in a shop setting, right, when you have bottles that are unlabeled, right, and it's just the color of whatever the chemical is, you pull that thing out and you start spraying it, the only way you're really going to identify what that is at first is going to be what you can see and what you can smell. Right, you can't really hear the product, right, unless you want to, put it right up to the ear and say, that's vintage, that's a good year. But no, for the most part, it's going to be your sight and smell, right? So it's based on the color, it's based on the smell. So if it hits you that you are going for a panel prep, but you've accidentally sprayed some sort of sealant, you're going to go, oh my God, I have pulled the wrong product out. And so scents help at identifying, but scents also make for a really good experience. And I feel like when it comes to car cleaning in general, right, I think that a lot of people get attached to the experience, especially before they're ruined with going too deep down the rabbit hole. They get to enjoy that really top level experience. And it's that association, right? It's like it's on a Sunday morning, right? The sun's coming up. You have a car show in 2 hours, right? You're wanting to get your car prepped,
an
right?
immersive experience.
You have your friends coming over, and you guys are using detailing products, and it's that smell, right? That hits you, right? That you know, and you remember it, and so the next time you smell that, you remember that memory.
I think it's also worth remembering that, especially with something time-consuming, polishing, there's no quick polish. You can't cheat that.
Yeah.
With a nicer fragrance, it's going to make you do it longer. The longer you do it, the better the results are going to be.
Yeah.
So if we can improve that user experience, and then they do stand back, instead of it being after an hour, after 2.5, 3 hours, they've got the tunes going, they've got the music playing, everything smells great, and they stand back and the car is popping even more than it ever was.
Yep.
And they associate that with my brand. Everybody's a winner. You know, everybody's going to get a better user experience out of it. I do think that sometimes manufacturers can think, oh, it's just a gimmick. Yeah, but if that gimmick makes people enjoy it more, why is that a bad thing?
Yeah, well, I mean, gimmick or not, right? I think that just, I don't know. I've always enjoyed that. And I'm not saying that my opinion is everybody's opinion, but I find that most of the people that follow us, right, are based off of the opinions that maybe I have on products that we've already pulled in, right?
Because you enjoy it.
And if I see the consistency there, then I think, hey, you guys are a little like me. You're not just like me, but maybe you're a little like me, and you might like this experience. And so, with that said, I enjoy the scents. There are still products out there that are unscented that are still fantastic products. I don't think a scent makes up for everything, but I think that it does make it more enjoyable. Now, the biggest thing though was that not only do products have to work for us, but we have to enjoy the experience, right? And so we've had lines sent out that just smelled good. Didn't perform. They just smelled good. And I said, okay, well, this is 90% scent and 10% actual product and 10% performance. And I can still differ from what that is. And I try to relay that message to people as well, that I am still extremely picky. Me and Levi are both extremely picky. And so out of, however many, I can't even tell you how many brands get sent to us and we try out and we look into. There's a lot, and so you've made it through our fingertips, right? You made it to the finish line, and it's great. So with that said, right, the sense of Sternogloss, that's one of the first things that I'll pull out of the box before I actually start testing the product. Is what does it smell like? I'm blown away, right? I told Jack that across the ocean over there, across the pond, you guys have your access to scents and your taste. You guys have very good taste over there, right? We, for the most part, in the U.S., we still use a lot of classic car wash scents. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's a lot of cherries, coconuts. I mean, hell, even Levi loves it, man. I jump into his Suburban and I say, Levi, this smells like 1998, right? And he's like, I'm working on it. He's had so many of those damn trees hanging in his vehicles, right? It just lingers, right? But he enjoys those types of scents, so people still enjoy that. But what I like is the twist that you guys have over there, and the youthfulness that you guys have behind the scents. And I don't know, I just think the entire brand is just a fantastic job.
Do you think everyone's going to love this?
Oh, I think people are gonna. I mean, I don't know what you're gonna have to. Yeah, I wish we sold it with a stick, right? So they can fend off everybody that's going to be, chasing them down, guy or girl. I mean, that'll be the add-on package, right?
Yeah, you do need to be careful, because if you use it in an open environment, the women just flood. It's quite dangerous. And they just come out of places where you didn't think people could come out of.
Yeah.
So just be careful.
Yeah.
But enjoy it. I have had people using it as aftershave. Please don't do that. Because it's not made for skin. Yeah. But that just tells you how. And I have had videos from chaps on the way into a nightclub, and I'm like, all right, okay, no judgments made.
Have at it, enjoy. I hope it works out for you. But like you were joking earlier, right? It's like we joked. Before we could actually talk about the brand, me and Levi would be like, yeah, dude, you're in your Hyundai Elantra, your 2006 Hyundai Elantra with blown struts, right, and a wrapped hood, right? You spray this inside that Hyundai Elantra, right? You look back down at the steering wheel, right? The steering wheel is now transformed into a Jaguar, right? As you say, right? And you look at your other wrist and you have a Rolex on your wrist and you're like, how did this happen, right? And then you wake up, right? And you wake up and you go, oh, yeah, I'm still in the Hyundai, but man, it smells good in here though. Holy smokes. So this right here, I know what this scent is. I won't ruin it for everybody, but if you are into scents, if if you're into fragrances, especially men's fragrances and colognes and whatnot, when you smell this, it will remind you of something that you probably can't afford. I'll just leave it. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that. That's the closest thing I can say.
This you can.
This you can't afford, but the fragrance that this reminds me of the most is something that, heck, I haven't even bought it. I've tested it, I've sampled it, and I'm thinking, wow, that's probably one of the best things I've ever smelled, but I can't ever, the price is like, oh my gosh. This gets you into that without having to spend that, but it makes for a great air freshener, mainly for the fact that it has some slight masking ability, right? It's not going to necessarily deodorize completely, but it's going to add something to an already clean interior, and it complements the rest of the interior interior line as well within the brand. So, like for example, Any, right, the interior cleaner. Any has, how would you describe that?
Vanilla.
Like a vanilla scent, right? But it's a warm vanilla scent, and so. See, that's how you know I'm a scent guy, because when I describe some people might say vanilla, but I say it's a warm vanilla, right? And people are warm, like what? How would you know what's a cold vanilla? I'm like, cold vanilla not as exciting as a warm vanilla, right? So, but this one on top of that.
Spray it.
Oh my! Oh, spray it. Okay, sorry. Okay, so Glenn's in here, and so we'll come inside. So. How I like to spray this is I like to spray it in the footwells. I like to spray it where the air con is going to be sucking it back up in circulation back through the vehicle. However, what I like about this in comparison to other fragrances, especially that I've tried within vehicles, is that it is not heavily oil-based, right? So with a lot of air fresheners, you are going to have oil residue. And I've told people, and I've kind of educated people on this, in the fact that when you spray those heavily oil-based scents, and I'm not going to say from which brands they come from because that would be mean, but there are heavily oil-based scents that when you spray it onto fabric and carpet and whatnot, those oils continue to attract more dirt. Yes, they attract more dirt. And so back in the day in car washes, when you would go there and you would oil you'd add the fragrance to your carpets, you're adding so much oil to that you will be a continual customer, because you're going to be back at that car wash the next week getting another shampoo, because those oils attract so much dirt. So this not being heavily oil-based, that I can notice at all. I'm going to take it, give it a shake just because I want a little gold flake in there.
Anthony, just so you know,
yes.
We try and work on one spray in each footwell.
Yep, okay.
If you do that every day, that bottle will last around a year.
Okay, I did 2 just because
You needed to prime the pump.
I wanted to prime the pump. I did 2 over there. And so, Glenn, do you want to give that a spray? It's already in the right direction into your footwell that you are currently in right now. Oh my gosh,
done.
3 sprays.
Whoa.
When Jeff comes after me.
Lock the doors, just in case.
When Jeff comes after me telling me that, everybody's chasing him down because his car smells so good, that's going to be on you. So, really easy to use. And I just put mine in my glove box and I carry it around with me. So, it's funny because before this, Clean and Shiny, John Hull, his air fresheners that I hung in my thing, one of my favorite things. And then I found this, and then I found your jerry can air freshener, and I said, well, that's not good, right? now I need a stock up on more. So, with that said, sorry.
There's one thing that I wanted to highlight on, and I don't want to be giving mixed signals. Stjanogloss as chemicals we take very seriously and we price very competitively. Stjanogloss accessories is where we like to have a little bit more fun. So you do not need an air freshener with 24 karat gold in it, but it's not an essential part of cleaning the car, so we wanted to make it a lot more fun. Much like the fuel can. Yes, you can put it in a carrier bag, but if you wanted something a little bit more social media friendly, that is exactly what the can is for. The cap sack, we could have just done a generic black bag, but we wanted to have a little bit of fun with it. Like I say, packaging, very, very important to us. We like the clean aesthetic, but we will never choose we will never choose style over substance. So, the absolute most important part about the range is that the chemicals work effectively and they're priced competitively. But once we get outside of that, once we get outside of the important bit, deep cleaning the car, decontaminating, protecting, that's where we like to have a little bit of fun. And hopefully you guys will follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, wherever it may be. I've just started doing YouTube as well. You'll get that. When I'm talking product, I talk seriously. Everything outside of that, I am not serious. I'm not a serious guy at all. But the most important thing to me is that you get a much brighter, cleaner, shinier car. And I want to make you fall back in love with it. That's exactly where I'm at. We probably do concentrate on the enthusiast, prosumer market, but I've got huge following of detailers purely because they saw it, they enjoyed the attractive marketing, thought, I'll give it a go, I'll see what happens. And then, oh, this is actually better than I ever expected. And now I love that. I don't actively hunt for professional detailers, but I would say 50% of my tags in stories are professional detailers using it on the tools. We've got bigger containers. We're trying to work that out now. Shipping is not cheap, especially with what's been going on, but we're going to get there.
So that was the most long-winded answer from Anthony about cologne and air fresheners. But that's what you're about. That's what you do.
I'm passionate about it. Get out of here.
I'm going to show you guys something that is something that we don't ever talk about enough. It's something that we don't do enough. We have so many consumers and customers that call and say, I don't have a polisher. I don't have, can I buy a 3-inch pad?
Yep.
And then if I bought one of your other compounds, can I work out or clean up by hand? And we in the past have never had anything available.
That really surprises me. And that was one, I've tried to do my research about the American market. But I suppose I didn't find something that wasn't available. Like, it just never really gets talked about over here.
Right, yeah, well, and it used to be the thing. Like, I grew up on hand polishes.
Okay.
I grew up on it. That's how you first start learning how to detail.
Okay.
And because I came from a detailing family.
Of course.
And so the biggest thing is with hand polishes is many people don't realize what they're for.
Okay.
They think, especially now that corrections have become so popular, people think, oh, I got to get this corrected. Well, you can still buy some hand polishes or rubbing compounds or cleaner waxes that you can use.
They'll
you
brighten.
can still get stuff out. It'll brighten. But this is one of the easiest hand polishes I've ever used that actually does something.
Thank you.
It actually cleans, it actually scrubs, it actually fixes some of those light scratches and marks.
For sure. I think it's important to remember it will never do. Maybe that's where the confusions come from. I think hand polishing will never be as good as machine polishing. Absolute fact. But I think it's overlooked at how much it does do, whilst it isn't the full 100% perfect flat paint. If you, rather than looking at your car under a microscope, if it looks 10 times better 6 foot back, that's a win-win.
Right.
And for us, Shara is a big selling product because people lacking in confidence, lacking in time, ultimately machine polishers are not cheap.
Right.
To get into this for, sorry, I can't do the math, so I'm not 100% sure what the dollar amount is, but relatively inexpensive.
Yeah.
One bottle on this sort of size car, you would easily polish it 20 times. You guys have got much bigger cars, so I'd probably reduce that by half. You're going to boost the gloss a crazy amount, and like I say, it is not getting rid of all swirl marks. There's a little bit of a glazing oil as well, which acts as a lubricant to make the experience more enjoyable.
Yep.
There's a nice fragrance in there, and it has got the same sealant technology as Parlour. It is not there to act as a protective layer, but what it does do beautifully is creates a foundation for the spray sealant to adhere to it. So they work conjunctively, and you're going to get maximum 5 months protection out of the Parlour on top of this. So I almost try and see it as you've decontaminated the panel, now you want to flatten it off, create a nice foundation for the Parlour to sit onto. And a few of the manufacturers have mentioned it this week, and I think it is really, really important to mention. All manufacturers have to work on the basis that you're going to use our products all the way through, because we can't really test with everybody's because that would be uneconomical. So this, in conjunction with Parlour, in conjunction with Glacia, in conjunction with Fantastisk, this is almost like, 1, a gloss enhancer, and 2, a panel prep, not a panel wipe, but it's going to prep the panel, as I say, lay the foundation so that you're going to get the maximum out of the products down the road. Granted, you can use this with other people's products, but I can't tell you how long it's going to last because I don't know what the reaction is going to be like.
Well, and that's true, and it works when you can build upon the same foundation of all the products. However, I will say
it comes off easy, doesn't it?
It comes off so easy, and here's the other thing. I used it a couple weeks ago on my Suburban. Yeah. My mother-in-law was moving trash cans, and she just kind of maybe bumped the trash can into the Suburban. But I walked out, it was
Mother-in-law.
after I washed it, and I was walking, I'd made it home, and I was dressing the tires, and I was doing some stuff, and I noticed some slight paint transfer,
Yep.
plastics transfer from the bin. And I just have this sitting on my desk, in my garage, grabbed a little bit, pulled it out, hit that little section. It was only, this big, but I did it, wiped it all out, wiped it off, grabbed the silica and Parla and touched it up,
Topped
and
it
I was
back up.
done.
Perfect.
And that was it. And
Yeah.
I was thankful because I didn't have to bust out a polisher.
You're
I
in
didn't
and
have
out
to
in 20
bring out
minutes.
anything.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do a lot of stuff. I had this here, and I could just grab it. I could wipe it on, and it also smells good too.
Yeah.
I think it's a lilac almost.
Pine.
Pine. Very nice. So yeah, no, it's just simple, easy, wipe on, wipe off. Super simple, super easy. And it's for you guys at home that I see so many of your questions that come in that go, I need a hand polish, or I just want to give my parents' car a quick wipe down, or my girlfriend's car, or my wife's car, or whatever. I'd like to do it, but it needs a little bit because I take really good care of it, but I don't feel it needs a full machine polish.
Worth
There you go.
mentioning also, this does work beautifully on a wall or a microfiber pad on a machine polisher.
That too.
It's going to intensify the results, but as I say, it was predominantly focused on hand polishing. But if you are looking at Styana Gloss and you think, I fancy the Core 4 range, don't think, I'm not going to use that product. Use it on a microfiber pad, use it on a wall pad. It doesn't really matter with the application. I would just say go with a medium softness, nothing too hard.
Yeah. Well, it's a great beginners too. For
Absolutely.
starting, if you don't know, grab some of this, grab some light pads, and have some fun with it.
A lot of my detailers that have come to love the brand have bought a bottle purely for, if they're correcting a car and they've, say for mistake, they open the bonnet, the hood, sorry, and they want to do around the around the suspension turrets. Some there where you're not going to machine polish that.
Right.
You might, again, nano polishes is another niche of a niche. Just going over it with that, it's just going to lift it. It's a 20-minute job, and it just intensifies the overall look of the car.
Yeah.
So that's why I think detailers should definitely have a bottle of hand polish for a job that maybe the customer is a good customer and you want to think, I want to give a little bit more. They're not paying for a full correction, but okay, let me spend an hour, run around the car, just as a little Christmas present for them, or just to show how much you appreciate them as a customer. Hand polishing is what takes it from a clean car to a, wow, that's changed the visual appearance of the car.
It's quick, it's easy, it's simple. Wipe on, wipe off, super easy. The other one that you have, Glacier, is a interesting product. I kind of fell in love with it. This product is, explain it, compared to Ciara.
So, I'm going to say this just to give it context, and I am not for 1 second bad-mouthing another brand, because I actually have huge respect for these two brands. Poor Boy's Black Hole was the GOAT of glazes. So I wanted that. I also wanted a liquid sealant that had just super hydrophobics, incredible gloss, but because I want a simplified range, I did not want two products.
Yeah.
So from launch 2.5 years ago, the chemists have been working on putting them both in the same bottle. And that's exactly what Glacier is. It's going to fill swirl marks that the hand polish can't remove. It's going to latch on, and this thing sets like concrete. You only need to let it cure for outside British weather 20 or 30 seconds. It's going to be interesting to see how much longer it takes in here because the weather is so consistent. Use the finger swipe test. That's just ready to come off already.
Yeah.
Can be a little bit grabby, but as I said earlier on, I don't hate that because you know that it's properly latched onto the paint. And if we can get a bottle, an IK sprayer with some clean water in it, I just want to show you the hydrophobics that's left in next to no time.
Yeah. It's such an easy product that I've started, and it works again, paint, vinyl.
Yeah. Glass.
Yeah, glass.
It won't feel, because obviously glass is such a harder surface, it won't feel scratches, but if you're looking for something to help with rain repellency, Glacia is such a, it's so versatile.
Super simple, super easy to apply. It's quick though, that's the thing to remember because of that sealant in it.
And you can layer
and
up
temperature.
all of. There you go, brother. Thank you. Needed that.
But yeah, it's just you got to get it off before, especially if you got to watch your weather for sure with this product. But
if it does overcure, so to speak, or it sets like concrete.
Small spots, yeah.
Quick detailer, the spray sealant, or just reapplying the Glacia, it's going to activate it again and then buffer it straight off.
It made that glass so slick.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wow. As I said, this car has been cleaned within an inch of its life, and it's still adding gloss, it's still adding slickness. That feels good, actually.
Well, I just, there we go. He's got some product here for you, so we can spray that on there. So I just got word, guys, you can pick up pre-orders. This is the first time we have ever, in the history of TRC, ever done a pre-order. So, if you go there to the website, ragcompany.com, you can pre-order a jerry can full of products. If you want to buy one of these yourself, that's the very first and probably the only thing we're ever doing with a pre-order. Well, I'll never say never, but they're on the site now. You guys have always asked us for a pre-order. We figured this was one of the best things to do. So you can pick up a jerry can, pre-order, because they're still on their way. But you can pre-order a jerry can fully loaded with product. Never done before. This is our first pre-order we've ever done. So you can grab that. You can also pick up an essential kit right now, the gift of the teaser, so to speak, that we've got of all the products, and enter to win this one, which will get you one of these. The other thing is we've got hats, t-shirts, and such on the site, so you can pick those up too right now. And then the coins. Please pick up a coin. They're charity coins. There are donation coins that we've been doing. Get all 5. Pick up all 5. All 5 of those coins will get donated to each company's charity. And Stjarnaglass's charity this year is Make-A-Wish, which is very equal to Rays of Sunshine that you have done so much with back over at home.
Last year we did a charity car wash where I washed 24 cars over 24 hours, an hour per car, right the way through the night. Granted, there's a little bit of regret because it was a lot harder than I imagined, but the money donated went to the Rays of Sunshine charity. They grant wishes to terminally ill children. When we got in contact and you said you were going to do this coin thing, I was thinking, right, I need a Rays of Sunshine of America. The most comparable product company was Make-A-Wish. I've done a little bit of digging. They look like they're doing the same thing. They're making kids that haven't had the best life a little bit smoother, and I love that.
Well, and the one thing that I love is we've actually helped some of those kids that have been part of Make-A-Wish. We had a kid a couple months, almost a year ago. His Make-A-Wish, he had bought a Corvair, and his wish was to finish his car.
Oh,
and he wanted to be able to drive it and enjoy it. And so we were able to help out. So once it got all done and painted and everything, we brought it here into the studio, and I taught him how to wash the car, how to care for the car, how to take care of that really cool paint, and then we loaded him up with a ton of swag and all that stuff. So we love doing that kind of stuff, and especially worked with Make-A-Wish a number of times, and it's a great organization. So please, 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 everything that we've done here for TRCMA, a lot of it has been to benefit children. That's the biggest thing, and it all goes to a great cause. Every single one of the coins is available today. You can buy all 5 and get those donations in. So
I want to take this opportunity. This is nothing to do with car care, but I want to use this as an archive. I want to say hello to my 2 boys, twins, Frankie and Zachary. They're only 3.5 now. They're asleep. But I want you to watch this in 10 years' time and go, that's my dad.
There you go.
That's why it's all that for me. Becoming a dad, and you'll know the same. Since becoming a dad, you're like, I just want to do as much for children as possible.
Yep.
And that's exactly what Rays of Sunshine does. Exactly what Make-A-Wish does. And we're very lucky in the job that we do. We clean cars and have some fun while we're doing it. It's horrible to think that there are people out there that aren't having a great time. And when they're kids, it's just even worse. So yes, buy a coin. Get yourself an essential gift box, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, you're going to win $500 worth of fuel can. I mean,
yeah. Or if you don't want to, you don't trust Lady Luck, pre-order one of the cans right now. You can get it pre-ordered today for when it arrives. That way you got your own can, and I think all of them are worth a bunch. I think they're great products.
The confidence that the gold air freshener gives. that twinned with a fuel can, I mean,
You're done. That's it. You don't have to do anything else.
You're as close to Superman as you can be, or James Bond.
There you go.
So yeah, don't leave it to luck. Get yourself a can, get yourself an essential gift box, but before all that, please get a coin. Let's do a little bit of good.
There we go. Dane, do we have any questions? Like we've been watching it. It's been going crazy. I think Jack broke the internet.
Yeah, it's been a little nutso back here. I had the perfect way to describe this, which was this is like an 18 plus QVC channel. So that is spot on.
Thank you, Harry Palmer.
You could not be more right. I basically wrote in the comments, 75% of these I can't even post up. They're so funny. I want to so badly, but I also know, like, hey, somebody's family's watching this. It's like, oh, sorry, dude. But yeah, let me. Do you want me to like go back to the early comments and work my way up?
Yeah, go through just a couple of them just for fun.
Okay,
it's
so
always good.
I mean, we are all over. I've got a.
Busy. On the comment
been-
section.
Oh, you could say that. 220 plus people all just chiming
white.
in.
Oh, babe.
Yeah, I was going to say, just in case you missed Natalie here, wanted to make sure you saw that. And then
make me
I got Vermigel, one of our grand ambassadors, saying, Anthony said the air freshener smells like something you can't afford. Does that mean I can double the price of my details if I just give the interior spritz when it's done?
Yes. That's exactly what it means.
I think that's
Earn
a
more
good
money
plan.
with the gold air freshener.
There you go.
And then I had Dino going nuts here saying, put Jack's Mini on. I don't believe we've got your Mini around.
Yeah, I've left that at home. Sorry.
Well,
couldn't get
Dino
that in
also
the overhead
said you already had the Maxi, so he brought the Mini to maintain balance.
There you go.
Then we've got, man, there are so many here. I'm just trying to find
Trying to find PG
what,
ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
over in the UK.
Yeah.
Talk about what you have going on over there.
Yeah.
You have the Mini, and I want to
have at it. There's some cool stuff there.
Thank you. So, as I mentioned earlier on, YouTube was a very untouched channel for me. I've always been TikTok, I've always been Instagram. I like short, sharp, punchy. But YouTube is a beast that I was just like, it needs to happen, but I wanted to do it in a unique way. So, we bought a Mini Cooper S, which I barely fit into, because it was painted in our company colours, which is like a Porsche mint or a Tiffany blue, same as the clay bar. It was the original fuel can. So we bought that car, relatively inexpensive, but we had the intention of giving it a really good clean, just tidying up the aesthetics and then doing something with it at the end. We wasn't sure what that was. The car turned into an absolute nightmare, but that has been good because it's created content. So we've done now 12 episodes where we've refreshed the interior, we've done a real deep clean on the engine bay, polish, protect, serviced, changed the exhaust, changed the wheels. Lots of brands have been so helpful to us. And we've just come to the end of it. Today, we announced that we're now going to give that car away. Now, unfortunately, we can only give it away to somebody in the UK. So the vast majority of people who are watching this are thinking, well, why have you just told me that? And I apologise for that. But what I am getting at is, have a look on social media. I spend way too much time on content creation because, one, I love educating, two, I love talking to my customers and just sharing the love, sharing the knowledge, as I said, but don't take it too seriously, and that's what Stjarna Gloss is all about. Light-hearted, good chemical that works, but something that looks quite aesthetically pleasing as well. The Mini, as I say, is finished. I am kind of glad to be over with it because I've got a beautiful BMW M3 and I have to keep driving the Mini, and I really want to get back to driving the M3, but that is what's going on at home. The other thing that I will probably get in trouble for saying, I don't care, I also do a series called Top Gear Clean Team, which is where we take horrendous cars and then we're only allowed 8 hours to clean them. That can be found on the Top Gear's YouTube channel. If you just type in Top Gear Clean Team, you'll see me not looking quite as good as this because this back wall is doing me justice. And then we take very British, normally very British cars, whether it be vans, whether it be mum's cars that they put the kids in the back of, and then we just try our best. We work as hard as we can for 8 hours. We're adding a ton of value. We're trying to tell you exactly what we're doing. We're taking you through step by step. And then at the end of it, the person gets to come in and they see the car, and 9 times out of 10 they are blown away, which feels really, really good. That's the one bit of detailing that I don't get to see much of because I'm trying to educate and do everything online. I miss that customer satisfaction bit, and that's what's been amazing about the Clean Team series is I get to see those people's reaction. You get a little bit of a reward for your hard work, and that is something that I think a lot of detailers can overlook and forget about. You've done somebody so proud. Yes, you're earning your money and good luck to you. I wish you all the best, but what you do is a skill, it is an art form, and you shouldn't forget that, because everybody can clean a car, but there's a lot of people that can get it very, very wrong. If you are in this professionally and you've been doing it for a very long time, you need to remember that your own value and how good you are. Don't undervalue yourself and just focus on price. Now, I don't know how I got there on a bit of a tangent, and I'm not saying I'm not doing a business seminar, but that is one thing I notice in America. Please don't undervalue yourself. Please stop thinking the only way you can get work is to be the lowest price. Because at home, luckily, people are, I think they're starting to see the value in themselves now. But I just don't want our industry to just focus on price. We can have so much more fun. Don't forget how much value you add to somebody's car. They will see it. Just have a little bit of faith in yourself. I need a drink.
Well said. Very well said.
Any more questions? Any more PG comments?
See, those are two different things. I've got so many comments here, but if I were to pick any one of them, I'd probably get us thrown off the air.
I think 18 plus QVC is one of my favorites at the moment. I'm enjoying that a lot.
It feels very accurate. I'll tell you what, I do have a real product question here from Demon Force 4 here, saying, so this can help with super light scratches. I think you may have caught a little earlier.
The polish, yeah. So that's exactly it. It's diminishing, mild abrasive, ideally used in straight lines. I know Levi used it circles. That's completely his preference. I like to use it in straight lines. And as I say, the more you use it, the more it's going to remove. It has also got a glazing element in there as well. That acts more as a lubricant so that the pad glides over. But it's going to fill a little bit. And then that topped with the Glacia. These two here, I'll put them on the front. Bear with me. Those two there. Bold statement. I think that is as close to flat glossy paint as you will ever get without the need for a machine polisher and full correction. Let me make them a little bit clearer, sorry. Yeah, those two work beautifully side by side. As I say, Shara has got a little bit of the sealant technology in there. It doesn't add much protection in terms of longevity, but it does tee up and prepare the panel so that this guy can come along, fill in even more swirl marks, and then really latch on. It's going to hold on for 3 months. At home, you could go a little bit longer. It might be a little bit less. We need to do a lot more research on the different sort of climates you guys have got. But I am very, very confident when I say 3 months, because what do? We under-promise and over-deliver throughout the entire range. Nearly got that wrong.
Yes. I've got Hans here. How do the wipers react when that product is on the glass? Which I'm sure is a common thought.
Absolutely. Great question. You will get judder unless if you take a microfiber, put a tiny little bit across the blade, then they'll just work. They'll work together. It's a great question, Hans. I appreciate that.
Nice. And then I got Mazina here simply saying, amazing bottle and label design as well. I know that really pops for people, especially on this white background. They all really stick out with the colors. It's really nice to see. Jimmy's asking, can you start over again but use an Idahoan accent?
No.
I'm afraid of how that might turn out.
I've been trying. I've been here for, how long have I been here? 10 days.
Boy.
To shoot the end of the last episode, and I've been trying. I am not getting it. I keep finding myself doing Dirty South, and that's nothing like what they sound like around here, so I don't know why that keeps happening.
I know. We're too far north for that. So.
Yeah.
I've got Dabbler here, another Grand Ambassador, saying, I've got to run, but I'm so stoked for this. TRC, you did a fantastic job bringing this man and his products over. Jack, you've done a fantastic job partnering with the best brand in the U.S. with TRC. Oh, Dabbler.
I completely agree, Dabbler. Dabbler, I want to know if Dabbler knows something, because Dabbler has been in my DMs for a year. And I've just had to ignore, and I'm like, no, can't say anything yet. Yeah, Dabbler, I really appreciate that, bud, because I know you've been
We've been at this for a while, so that's pretty fun. Oh, I've got a question. Do you work on Cameo, Jack? Because can Jack record my voicemail greeting?
I can do anything you want, John. I had, and this was a strange moment for me. I had a message come through a couple of months ago, and I really hope he's watching because I know he's a fan of Sjana. He said, I'm getting married on the weekend and I'm really nervous. Can you do me a voice note just to calm me down? So I was like, I can try. Did the voice note. He got his friend to record him, and he genuinely calmed him down and then walked into the aisle, and I was like, I sound like a normal person. But and I appreciate that, John. Yeah, I get asked that a lot. I don't know what's wrong with my voice.
Don't believe Jack's accent. He's really got a farm boy from Iowa. Nice.
Yeah, I've been keeping it up for 12 days.
And then Justin, Mountain Town. Sorry, Jack, I ruined your Idaho accent.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
You were practicing for a while, so that was nice. Now, I'm going to dig back here into a few comments, questions regarding product. So let me, good Lord, is that how many I have? I've got 8 pages of comments I was trying desperately to save as we were going. And that's just the ones I saved. There are probably hundreds beyond the ones that I didn't. So I do have to point out, I've got the Hairy Housewife, quite a username. I blame Cav for my addiction to Bounty chocolate bars after using his snow foam. Well,
Yes.
that's nice.
That's the snow foam. One thing I completely forgot to mention earlier on, and I want to highlight this.
Yeah.
Stjarnagloss, some people might recognise it. Stjarnagloss was a brand 16, 17 years ago. It looked completely different, but it was called Stjarnagloss. Unfortunately, this brand didn't stick. I think they had a good run for like 2 years, but detailing wasn't what it is now, and it just didn't carry on. So we procured the rights to the brand and completely redesigned it, completely re-engineered it. But there are a couple of little gems that we wanted to bring over. So the original Stjarnagloss had Kokosnut, which was coconut snow. So we simplified the name down to snow, but we kept the fragrance of coconut. So if anybody thinks, why do I recognise that? It was a brand many years ago. The labels were red. They had a very red snow foam. Not a big favourite of mine because I think I worry about tainted coloured snow foams just in case you've got a porous paint. But just in case anyone was wondering, I don't want to look like an idiot in the comment section and say that's an old brand. You're absolutely right. It is an old brand. And that's why we use the statement Bjorn again, because we've brought it back to life 15, 16 years later. 14 years after it ceased trading.
Nice. So it works on a couple of levels then.
Yeah.
Then I got Dylan Von Kleist. That guy looks familiar, doesn't he? Says, I hit myself with some on the way out of town, and the pilots let me fly the plane home.
That's the confidence that the Stecker gives.
Oh, boy. Yeah, so it just seems to be hitting everybody with the freshener here. Kyler he smelled it once, and his confidence has been through the roof.
Yeah.
I've never heard such a detailed breakdown on an air freshener. I think that may be talking back to Anthony's diatribe on scents, which, hey, you know what? We hear them a lot around here. We're used to it, but for those watching, maybe they just got a taste of it and they didn't know what was about to happen.
I thought he was going to try and take my job at one point. Selling it better than me.
And then Gilly Wash followed up, he's got more waffle than Kev had for breakfast. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, so I will go to another question here. Oh, I like this one. Dabbler who actually pointed out, 24K gold air freshener may be able to justify my expensive habit to my wife. That's a good angle.
She's going to hate the invoice, and then you just fixed.
Done.
All your problems are solved, okay?
Now, I'll put this on the screen because I feel like a few of us do. Luke asking, do the Yanks know what a Jag is?
It's because he drives a Jag. So this blew my mind. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of Jaguars. I've had 7 now. Dane has got a beautiful XKR. Took me shopping last night. We're at a set of traffic lights, and car pulls up next to him. What is that? And I was thinking, this is a piece of automotive history. This is the most important car on this road. A lot of people have no idea what Jaguars are, and that breaks my heart. I feel like I need to do more promotional material using Jaguars. Because there's 2 at the TRC, so I thought, okay, they're everywhere. There are none.
Jack, I'll help you. Single-handedly, I will help you with that.
Okay, fine. We need to get an XJ. We need to get a little bit more executive.
Yeah, we got to put the
limo.
classy saloon on the. Yeah. We'll take care of that. And I got Mike here. What type of car does a washed-up celebrity drive? A Mercedes has-beens. Okay. Well, that's lovely. Mostly every single comment we've gotten here, because things blew up. There were a ton of great jokes, most of which I can't post here. People were hilarious, so I'll have to show them to you later. I just want to say the love was overflowing here. People were absolutely blown away, and you had a lot of friends back home all cheering you on, so I wanted to make sure you knew that.
Thank you. So that's my thing. I like being positive. I just think what we're doing is fun. It's a hobby, and I just want people to see that. I'm never going to take this industry too seriously. Cleaning the car serious, but everything else around it not that important. One thing that I do want to remind you guys of is the golden air freshener, which we've replaced out of the essential gift box. We've taken the wheel cleaner out. We've put that in. As soon as this live is finished, the lid is going to be closed and it's going to go into the packing room. That will then be selected at random. When it goes out the door, you need to contact the rag company and just say, "I've got the golden ticket." It's like Willy Wonka all over again. Get in contact with them. They will get in contact with me, and then I am going to send you the Shark Blue, inspired by the brand new 992 Porsche GT3. Huge Porsche nuts at Stjarnagloss. I'm not ashamed to admit that. A lot of the colourways revolve around Porsches. This one, the Golf. And I wish you the best of luck, because there's only a finite amount of these kits, and the pot at the end of the rainbow is somebody is going to take away a hell of a lot more than just the kit. They're going to get the $500 worth of fuel can as well. And as Levi rightly pointed out earlier on, if you can't wait, if you're like me and a bit impatient, just buy it. Just send it. But we'll put that back down now. And then, yeah, I thought that I underestimated how rude and how naughty you guys are. So I thought we'd be rattling through these funny comments. It seems like I'm going to have a little look at these after, when there aren't any children watching, and then I will pick. You'll get the cap sack, which I really want the rag company to take. That'll be a little way down the road, and we're going to put pretty much one of everything that you see on this table. All the 1 litres, the citrus pre-wash, the rinse aid. Oh, didn't talk about the rinse aid actually, I'll come back to that. Wheel cleaner, snow foam, shampoo, quick detailer, spray sealants, the polish. It's all going to go in the bag, and then I will put maybe a t-shirt in there as well, and let me know your size. And I don't need to dig into your personal life, but I need to know your size because I don't want something that doesn't fit. Put all that and send it out to you as soon as I get home. But that will happen. The comment section will happen by the end of the day. I'd like to try and think that some of you guys are going to follow me on social media. I'll pick someone on my story and let you know who's won. I need to know your ats as well, actually. That might be something we need to factor in. And then let me know your address. And then, as I say, hopefully within the next couple of days, somebody's going to get a little parcel. They're going to have the gold air freshener in there. Jump in for joy. And then we'll send you a fuel can. Awesome. Spreading the love. Just spreading the love.
And there's a lot of love to go around here. So, Jack, it has been fantastic getting to know you for the last year, but most importantly, just in this last week, it's been awesome. Just going through
so
and
much.
having
And
to
the
keep
same
that
goes to you guys.
secret. Having to keep that secret was so tough. But you did an amazing job, and our grand ambassadors, who could have at any moment spoiled things, they were pros.
They didn't.
I gotta say.
I didn't realise how big of an operation the rag company is. I didn't realise how hard it was to keep that secret. Oh my God. It was very easy for me. I just don't need to tell anyone. Whereas there was a lot of people that knew. The logo was in the back corner the entire time this week. It never dipped into shot. So yes, to you guys, thank you so much. And also, Jeff and Carolyn, this wouldn't exist without you. Levi, Anthony, Dane, and the entire team. I cannot thank you enough. Let's have a cuddle.
There we go.
In I'm on. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Like I say, been a long time coming. The nerves building up to this. I'm not nervous. I'm very confident on camera. I do it regularly. But watching everybody do it, and I was just thinking, oh, mine's ages away, mine's ages away, mine's ages away. And then it got to this morning, and
Until it wasn't.
Oh my God. It was like going into your first ever exam at school. I was like, I can't do this, I can't do it. But you guys have been amazing. Everybody at TRC has been amazing.
Yep.
And I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, this is one of the most proudest days of my career. And thank you all so much for that.
Thank you.
We're
man.
excited to have you. We're excited to have all the
Thank you,
products.
Jack.
And we're excited to share it with all of you guys at home. So this is awesome. We're just so excited.
Yeah, thanks for letting me
Yeah.
come back after my scent explanation.
That's all right.
You know, they literally kicked me off. They
Stealing my
pulled me
thunder.
off. They said, "Hey, you're done. You're
Yeah,
done
Gabe
talking
came
about
out
the
with
scent."
one of those hooks and yanked you.
And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. Again, I'm passionate about this kind of stuff. But no, dude, you've absolutely killed it. Seriously. I mean, from all of us, we see a lot of presentations, right? They come in and out the door. And so we kind of know when people kind of have it right, and they have it down, and it's tough because when you point a camera in front of somebody, it is kind of scary, right? Because it builds up like, okay, well, I don't want to look dumb on camera, or I want to make sure I say all the right things. And there's some people that kind of freeze up, or some people that aren't the best, and that's okay because practice makes perfect, right? But the fact that you're so natural in front of the camera and you do such a good job presenting and really just relaying good information, I mean, that's huge for us because you know it better than we do. And
but hopefully in the next year.
Right, who knows? Give us some time. We'll be teaching you some tricks. I'll be like, hey, so I mix these two things together. Insane. And you're like, wait, you did what? So we'll have fun with it for sure. But yeah, just a reminder, the kits, they are going out, they are going out the door. Everything is not shipping yet until this live is done. So basically what's going on is they haven't started pulling any of the product. We've been making the sales, but this will go into the random circulation of kits. So if you've already put in your order, don't worry, you're still obviously in the running. It's just, that's when that's gonna go out. So what's the social media links for Jack? Jack, where would they find you?
Great question. Thank you,
Jack's
Ryan. I
links,
appreciate
if you will.
One of Dane's favorites.
I was waiting.
Stjarnagloss, all one word, on every platform. Luckily, that username wasn't stolen by many people, and I understand why, because it's not easy to pronounce. So yeah, TikTok, all the platforms, Stjarnagloss.
There you go.
Just for clarity, I know we've explained this a couple of times, and I apologise if you know. These are, the essential gift boxes are ready to go. They are on site, ready to go out the door.
We have them here
air
in stock.
freighted them. The big bottles, the 500 mils and the litres, they are on the way. So just in case you think, I don't really want to do that if I've got to wait 2 weeks, I completely get it. What you are able to buy is the essential gift boxes. You can pre-order the cans, but available to go out the door within the next couple of days. The orders have been busy, but that's ready to go now. And then the rest of the products will be here within the next couple of weeks. I've been shooting a couple of videos with these guys, taking you through some of the products, so hopefully they're going to drip that out on their social channels when the product arrives, just as a little reminder to you all. But for now, get yourself the teaser set, and hopefully you want a little jackpot.
Yeah. Do you guys want to know what my favorite scents are?
What?
Success, wealth.
Well, I'm just, because I never got to tell people what my favorite scents are.
Tell him, Anthony.
It hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. People wanted you to spray it, that's all.
So, Bubbler, absolutely. I think Snow's fantastic. Snow's definitely Jeff's favorite. Glat's amazing. I think Mata's also amazing. I think Parlour's great. Obviously, the Stekada is great. But I think Silky's very nice. Like, honestly, probably the tar remover is the only thing I don't really like the smell of.
Fair
It
enough.
may be forced.
Fair enough.
But that's, okay, so Huel, once it hits, right, once it's sprayed out on the wheel, not bad, right? But don't smell it in its concentrated form, right, because it is.
Yeah, it actually is a very light, less powerful scent compared to other iron removers. It's probably my favorite smelling iron remover.
Yeah, you have to aerate it though. You have to get it out into the air first. Don't don't just crack it open. But Glat, don't drink it. Because you want to drink it, don't drink it. Bubbler, it's like, holy smokes, man. The second you mix that in a bucket, and then I also
my favorite is Mata in a bucket.
Mata in a bucket, yeah. Mata, so it was funny, most of the testing that we had with Mata, it was actually, a lot of it was during a lot of cold winter months or a lot of cold mornings, right? So even in like a fall or spring morning, it was just brisk, right? Levi would always, basically get a nice hot warm bucket, and he would bring it out, and we would mix that stuff up. And
then I just take it into the office and set it in there, maybe wash my hands in it, stir it up. Anthony walked by, we catch a couple whiffs.
He's like getting people all pumped on it. He's like, people are walking in the office. I think the cleaners were in the office, and they walk in. Hey, you should put your hands in that bucket right there, right? Put your hands, and they look, and I'm like offended, like, what are you doing? It was just super funny. Alex Dewar says, this is the biggest secret I've kept my entire life. Next to telling G. Davis I was coming to TRC before him. Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Awesome. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest thing, though, is we need to. You made a little travel vlog.
I did.
Yeah.
I would love to show you my journey here. It was long, but it was so worth it. One last time, TRC, thank you so much. John Hull, Clean and Shiny, thank you so much. The boys, I love you dearly. And everybody that commented, everybody that's going to try the Stjarnagloss range, I cannot wait for you to fall in love with it, come back next year and sell you even more. I love you all so, so much. Thank you all for having me. Get your sunrise out, you absolute stunners. We're going on a journey. Come with me. Checked in, can't lie, I was a little bit stressed out. You've got to have your jab, you've got to have your test, you've got to make sure you've got everything printed off. I didn't have anything printed off. Bit of charm, got through, wallop. Can't tell you where I'm going yet. It's all about the build up. But all I'll say is, it's a long way away. For anyone thinking that this is going to be a very serious documentation of the journey, it's not. Cheers all. £2.80 for a bottle of Dr Pepper. What's it got, petrol in it? Jesus. So, little life lesson. Pulled my phone out of passport control to have a little chat. Apparently, don't pull your phone out of passport control. Got a little bit tasty. I've been to America plenty of times. Every time I come, I remember how many big old V8s there are. No fuel crisis around here. No problem. 4 a gallon. Doing well, brother. So, we are finally here. The final destination. Look at the state of my eyes, I look terrible. 21 hours, 8 different stops and changes. We're here. I'm going to see my contact. I'm not saying who that is yet. I'm going to give him a big hug. I'm going to have a good night's kip. And then hopefully tomorrow we go into HQ. I'll show you. We can all have a little look around where we are. Until then, I'm having some kip. Love you lots. No night. Good morning, you absolute stunners. Yes, I have been dragging this out. No, I do not apologise. I'm trying to build the suspense. But without further ado, I want to send you on a little throwback. Cast your mind back to this post I put up of a massive great order, and then I'm going to show you where it ended up. Big day today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 pallets going out the door to one customer. Go on, my son. So, remember that one? It has been in transit for 60 days, and I am absolutely buzzing to announce our newest partner in America. Now, I knew these guys were big. They are a behemoth, and they are the Rag Company. Woo-hoo! For anybody at home not in the know, the Rag Company predominantly concentrates on microfiber, but they distribute and resell a handful of brands, and these lot are kicking it out the door. Think of an Amazon warehouse and double it. So John Ross is 2.5 years old, and I am honoured to be having it large in America. I'm going to show you some behind the scenes, and then we're going to be going live on the Rag Company's YouTube channel. Do me a favour, keep me on my toes in the comments section. I love you, and I want to see you all there. If you want to see more, hit the link in the description below. Your boy's going live. Yes!
in the damn van. We are all off-roading right now, putting that rough country suspension to use.
It is cold as hell.
Wow, this is exciting.
You know what?
Let me see those patches you got there. Those look really official.
My patches?
Yeah.
Check this out.
Jesus, you have one that says Pound Town.
So I take it to Pound Town, Dane.
This is how committed we are to the bit. Whew. God, it's cold.
It is. I like how, yeah, it's only like 30 or 32 or something, but the wind chill takes it so much lower. Yeah.
No, keep going. You're good. Yeah, you're good. Jimmy can get it. Got it. He's good.
Where's my feet at? There we go.
Are you excited?
This is only one of my greatest fears.
You know, it's much better if
It's not that I'm claustrophobic, it's that I just don't like falling into the earth.
I like being on it. I don't like being in it.
Hey, gotta stay hydrated, right?
Energy drink.
Yeah, that's the biggest drawback.
Oh, that step's good to out of me.
Okay, last step, Dane. There you go.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now you gotta get out of the jail.
Okay. Well, that's unique.
You did it! We should have brought our hand warmers. Yeah, that's the step. That was the step that Dane screamed on.
Now you see why.
The thing is with Nick, right? Nick.
Nick, come back. I promise. If I did it, anyone can do it.
So Nick's the kind of guy that rolls his ankle walking over a curb.
Down. Do not look. Just step and put your foot where you know a step's gonna be. Yeah, there you go. And I just, you know, I'm a loser problem. Yeah, ultra down here.
High schooler?
I'm just trying to picture what high schooler picks Michelob.
This seems like just more of a
His old man's stash.
I think we made this change, right?
What's that?
That Dane leaves his phone in the van.
Here, Jimmy, look up at those walls and the ceiling so we can show how big this is.
Here, we'll kick this one.
As soon as he turns off the light, like Jimmy's when Anthony turns off the lights, it's black in here.
Hi.
Can we? Hi. Dane, can you get a picture of me like looking up, like in the tavern? Can I get some lights on me?
You gotta turn your flashlight on your head.
Anthony! Where are you? Anthony! Oh, jeez, dude. Yeah. What are you guys doing all the way back here? You blinded me. Can you,
Anthony, out of 10, what are you rating this?
Right, a 10. Absolutely.
A 10?
10.
But 10's the highest.
Yeah, I know. It's that good.
Oh,
It's a fun time.
what color are your hands?
This is BTS clip 1.
Now we're doing some BTS, right? So you get to hang out with us, enjoy the vibes here of the Ironwood. Maybe have a drink or two. Obviously, no alcoholic since we're on work hours, and just have a good time, right? I already had a cookie. I might have another. We'll see what happens.
Hi, Jack? One-eyed Jack?
No, that was bad.
One-eyed Jack?
That was pretty bad too. Dude, one.
Pretty bad take. Looks like garbage. Looks like you guys suck. Hey, yeah.
All right, action.
You ready? One-eyed Jack.
One-eyed Jack?
Should I give me a wink?
There's no unison here.
One-eyed Jack? One-eyed Jack? Dane.
I don't see the point. No, I don't mean I don't see the point. I mean I literally didn't see her point.
Hello, and welcome.
Oh my god.
More gusto.
It's
Come on,
pretty
man.
close, man.
That's a
sauce. No.
What?
So we have hash browns, which is just be like the potato aspect of it, but no cheese.
They don't have cheese in England?
But we've got
Okay, a little half step to your left. There we go, perfect.
Aye, me mateys. You have found me, and more importantly, you have found my treasure.
Ready?
You got move around a little bit back there, so yeah. There you go. Like I said, you're so bokeh it's hard to.
Director, how do you feel about the last day of shooting, all this coming together and whatnot?
It's a little bittersweet, I guess. Yeah, exciting. Ready to be done with this, moving on to the next project.